Hey guys, how's it going? Rubik's Master here, and it is Monday. I'm going to be doing another base review on a viewer. Sorry. Whew. Anyway, so I wanted to do a striker review video today, but I don't quite have it unlocked. Hopefully I'll be bringing that tomorrow if I have enough time, but definitely expect me to be messing around with the striker and making myself look like a total fool sometime this week. However, let's get into this. So this is Bond666, level 51. So this is kind of getting into territory I don't know exactly, because when you're in the 50s, you're going to be starting to take attacks from things that I don't have access to yet, like strikers, though according to Kixeye themselves, strikers are useless, so they're going to patch that with item cards. Yay! Can't you just not wait to have more item cards you have to get to make your units relevant? Won't that be so much fun? It'll be great. Anyway, so, first impressions on the base, if I was looking at this trying to attack it, first thing I would look at would be this opening over here, but that opening is blocked pretty well by anti-tank mines. Any other route you approach, again, I hate that you cannot select turrets to see their range in spectator mode. But anyway, that's kind of bothersome, though, because it stops you from getting at that helipad, and I can't see what troops he has defending, but we'll just assume they're totally awesome troops. Anyway, so we have 2 level 6 defense platforms, or sorry, 3 level 6 defense platforms and a level 7. So the level 6s are pretty decent. I like having railguns as a level 6. Right now I'm upgrading all my turret platforms to level 6, and I started with one of my railguns and then I went to my flak gun. I'm not a huge fan of upgrading my howitzer or my salvo turret platforms just yet, simply because those are more of a deterrent at range anyway. Once enemies get inside the minimum range of your turret, it doesn't matter what level your defense platform is anyway. So overall, I really like this. Raptors, what am I trying to say? The units I don't have access to, like Raptors, Strikers, the higher level tanks that have stupendous amounts of health. I can't speak for that myself, but knowing the arsenal of weapons that is in my hands, I don't think this base is impossible for me to crack, but it's going to be pretty difficult. And how I would go about this, I would probably do it with Humvee IFVs, but I would swap out my Rhinos for Abrams just to have the extra health. The issue here that I see that would be fairly easy to exploit is this little gap right here. That is an excellent way to get in. I would just make sure to come in and hit that oil refinery at range with my Humvee IFVs to clear that up a little bit, maybe even take out that wall right there just to be super safe, and then I would roll them in, just trying to get inside the range of both the howitzer and the salvo turret. Once I'm inside the range, that's where it gets a little hairy, because I would have to try and keep my Abrams right in this area near the SAM turret to attract all the fire, because I'm going to lose Abrams. It's going to happen. I would use my Humvee IFVs immediately to target this machine gun turret, because that would be the most dangerous towards the Humvee IFVs. Then I would target the railgun. The railgun, though, is a super big issue for me because it's solo boosted, and each one of those shots is going to almost, if not completely, kill one of my Abrams. So really the only tough points I see here is getting past whatever defending troops he has, which just because he's a higher level, they're going to be trouble for me. But that railgun's going to be a really big issue, and honestly, if I were you, Bond666, I would have upgraded the railgun platform to level 7 before I would have upgraded the salvo turret. But if your defenses are working out just fine, you can ignore everything I'm saying. But the only two things I see here that I would change is, like I said, level 7 defense platform for the railgun, and maybe spread out these mines just a little bit to cover up this gap right here. Because the way troops spread out, unless someone has an entire platoon of individual units, so they all occupy the same space, he's not going to be able to micromanage his units in between any space, even a bigger space than this. If you spread these two landmines out a few more spaces, nobody's going to be able to micromanage a group of Humvees or M270s or anything like that through those minefields. So you can afford to spread it out just a little bit and cover this little hole right here, because right now that's the only weakness. If it wasn't for that hole, I would just skip this base entirely, because it would take way too long. Well, you know what? Let me take that back. I don't know if I would skip this base. I may actually come in from the front here, because these walls, I bet these walls are out of protection range of your salvo turret. I could just destroy those two walls, come in from this direction, destroy the transformer, and stop your railgun from being boosted, and then go along with my plan just like I said I would, rushing into the minimum range of the howitzer and salvo turret, all that positioning stuff. So, that being said, maybe in addition to what I said about level 7 platform there, move your mine up here to cover this hole, move this anti-tank mine up here. Because everything else, if I come to attack these walls down here, I'm susceptible to the salvo turret. I can't attack those walls without the salvo turret wrecking me. These walls up here, I bet I can. So you need an anti-tank mine there, so even if people destroy those walls, they don't have a clear path straight in. But those are the only three things I can really think of. Let me know what defending units you have chilling in here, because I would love to know. And yeah, and to you other guys watching, if you want me to review your base next week, I'm going to try to make this a weekly thing. Just send me a message in-game, because that also gives me a handy link to be able to just go view your base. And send it to, if you don't have my name already logged or whatever, it's Rubik's Master, just like the channel is, but I will pull that up here for you to see. If it loads, there you go, Rubik's Master, right there. Send me a PM, and maybe I will feature you in next week's video. And until then, y'all have an awesome day.